Yeah, are those fire ants or what are they?
Yeah, they're fire ants.
Oh, lovely, lovely. And the pellet probably doesn't do good a spot for those.
So this is a living room, essentially, of an enslaved person. You can see this is probably about 8 by 8 maybe, size of a large bathroom, really. Each one would have had their own fireplace, and this was for heat in the winter time, but essentially this was the cooking time. This is how foods were cooked. And through here, we have would have been like a bedroom quarters. And so we have this little space would have had probably some cots on the, not really a cot, probably just a pad on the ground. And this is where the parents would sleep, and if they had children, there would have been a roof on this.
No.
It's a little bit better than this. There would have been kind of a wood shake roof, and then there would have been kind of like a wood loft space right up here. And this is where the children would sleep. And but this is a dwelling space for one family. And a lot of times you would have multiple generations of people living in this house. Sometimes you could have the parents and then the grandparent and the children. And thank you. And so now these are made out of tabby, and this is, you can't really see the shell underneath this, but it's all shell that's been burned down and mixed in with sand and water, and it kind of creates a man-made concrete. And they pour them in forms. So you can see right here, there is one level of that form. So you can see how there are layers. So there's multiple layers. Well, they can only pour so much at one time. So they pour in, maybe 16 inches, and let that cure and let that dry, and then they do go on to the next one. So they have a piece of wood stuck up against this, and you pour it in, and then you move on to the next one. It's kind of like a layer cake here.
So how long would it take for them to build like one house?
That's a good question. I don't know. It would take probably at least a day for one layer to cure. So we can count. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, probably 8 layers here. So that's at least, you got at least a day for each one. So a week and a half for each one. And then plus you have to form in all the windows, and then you have to build up the roof. And the roof is all made of tiny little pieces of wood that have to be cut down. So at least a good couple of weeks for one house.
So they were allowed like tools for this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they would have. And if you want to, we can pick up again on the other side.
Okay.
And we can show you what the inside of the walls look like.
Okay.